Gents, and welcome back to ESL Pro League. We're going to be plugged in for another wonderful week here. 3 days this time around, so a little bit shorter, but still just as wondrous. We're live from the Intel Esports Arena, and I'm joined by SEO.
Once again, I'm back. No stunts.
No, dead again.
Dead again. For the remainder of the season, I believe, as well, so...
Fully gone.
My slot now.
Yeah. You're the new stunts now.
Yeah, but 3 days, you mentioned, so we've got 18 maps across these 3 days. And it's the last, say third of the season as well, so we're actually be seeing some teams trying to confirm their spot at the LAN finals now. Yeah,
very true. Some of the last games we're actually going to see a couple of teams play out. Obviously, teams like Go that are at the bottom of the scoreboard, we can now kind of see if they're going to get any sort of consolation prize or if they're physically going to be left at 14th, which could be a bit of a worry. Some intriguing results who come out of the last few days here, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. AGO, as you mentioned, they're the team that have got the least games played. They had that week of no games played due to that roster change they had. So that's another big thing. Will that roster change actually be a positive impact? Because Tao was one of the players who he had quite a lot of impact. So getting in Caper, I'm not too sure the history behind that player. I'm not too sure if it is the right change.
Could be a little bit risky for them. Well, let's delve into the current positions that the teams are sat in on the standings, so we can at least have a look and a rough idea of how things have shaped up. Obviously, as Ben mentioned, we're pretty much towards the end of the season now. We're over that halfway point. This is really the thick of it, so there isn't too much that's going to change. Ben, why don't you just break this down for the viewers at home?
Yeah, so obviously we've got Astralis right at the top of the scoreboard there. Pretty much the dominant force the past few months in the actual scene. Followed by Na'Vi, another team that have been performing the past few months. But then Big, an example of a team who have actually nearly played every single game. They've only got one more series left, and that'd be against Na'Vi. So if you look at placement-wise, that's quite a big one, but Na'Vi, due to how their schedule has been done, they've got more maps left. So you've got teams like that where, for example, we'll look at AGO, for example, 12 maps played, compared to Big, who've got 24.
Yeah.
So in theory, if AGO were to win out, 14 maps, quite a crazy thing that could happen. But it would put them to 48 points. But, likelihood of that happening quite low. It's pretty crazy to think if they were able to do that. But it is possible.
It's one of those where, if a miracle was to happen, it could potentially occur. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure this is how our table is going to look towards the end of the season. Obviously, there could be a little bit of shuffling towards the bottom sort of 3 teams if a Go can get a couple of points on their side. But with the roster change coming into effect, as you said, that's still a bit worrying because it's not really even the core squad we saw play the majority of Pro League. It's definitely quite up in the air as we do start to work our way through. We have to take schedule as well that we can look into and see who is actually going to be facing off here over on the B stream. So to open it up, it will be Fnatic versus HellRaisers, and that is going to be a Mirage and then Cash.
Yeah, we can see that matchup was one of the bottom half of the table matchups though. HellRaisers and Fnatic both lurking in that 10th to 11th spot, so not making the finals, but also not in the relegation spots. So both teams have a chance of potentially pushing into those LAN final spots, because there is currently a gap there, about 12 points, I believe. So quite a big matchup followed by Na'Vi against AGO. We mentioned AGO, they need to get wins on the board, but Na'Vi, probably not the team you want to go up against to start off the week, really.
No, I mean, that's pretty much a guaranteed loss right there. You're not really going to upset Na'Vi. Overall, just too much of an absolute firing squad. Really a beast of a team that has still just been going from strength to strength. So unlikely they're going to be able to upset and get anything off of Na'Vi. And again, the same can be said for our final game of the night, as that'll be Overpass and Dust 2 with Astralis facing off against Wendigo. But Wendigo most likely just going to get blown over in that series.
Yeah, Astralis have been the team that have been, I'd say, the most comfortable team of all of them so far. In games that we feel like they are the, favourite, they have been able to stomp those games. Whereas we've had teams like, for example, FaZe. They're being very scrappy in all their games, even though we feel like they probably should be winning this quite easily. They go down to like 16-12, which is not what you expect from them at all. So Astralis, we're probably looking at 2-0 from them there as well later on in the day.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Definitely seems like it's stronger and suited towards Astralis' favour, and obviously they're basically just on top of the world right now when it comes to Counter-Strike. Winning everything, dominating at everything, so it wouldn't be a surprise if they completely dismantle Wendigo. Let's peel it back a bit though, we'll get into our first game of the day, obviously Fnatic versus HellRaisers. We have the odds for this one to open up as well from Betway. What do you think about those, Ben?
It's a bit of an interesting. I feel like this is probably like as even as it could get though in terms of matchup, because Fnatic, they've just had that roster change with Broline. It's been about 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So we're getting past the, say, honeymoon period, but there wasn't really much of a honeymoon period to begin with. Like usually when teams make a roster change, you get that little influx of positive results where everybody's feeling a bit more free to do what they want. However, now we're looking at, it's been about 2 weeks. They played each other at the face at Major, but obviously there's been a few changes since then anyway. Ultimately, I feel like HellRaisers should be the favourite though. So I would have reverted them around myself, yeah. Because HellRaisers, they've kept the same 5 for the past, what, say, 4 months, I believe? 5 months?
Been a good while, yeah.
Yeah, so they've got the core still there. They've got a lot of maps down as well. So I feel like it goes in their favour, but Fnatic, it's all up to the upset in this situation, in my mind.
I mean, that's sort of the potential from Fnatic, right? Is technically it is quite a skilled Swedish roster. If they were just having a good day, able to pop off, then might be able to pull themselves over the edge. That's sort of the only benefit they have. But when you come down to it, really, you know, as you're saying with the nitty-gritty and what we have in terms of benchmarks, HellRaisers on paper have been the better team in recent form. They've also had the more consistency to them.
Yeah, they've been the team that have actually come out with results, right? And HellRaisers, they got to the final 8 of the major.
Yeah.
Which in itself, as much as people will say a lot of teams got there that shouldn't have, i.e. people say big, complexity, they got in there and they probably shouldn't have based on who they faced. But HellRaisers were able to do it, and they had to beat some good teams along the way. They beat Fnatic on the way as well. So ultimately, I feel like they are the better team, but technically these maps, Mirage, Cash, I wouldn't say that they're very HellRaisers maps. Overpass is more of a HellRaisers map, we've seen them on it quite a few times, Inferno as well. I'm not too sure about Mirage and Cash.
No, I mean, that is more default. And you know, you face off against someone like Fnatic on those maps, that's going to play into what they would like to do as well. It's going to be a risk. From what I remember from HellRaisers as well, we saw them play on, was it Cash last time we saw them when they faced off against Big? It was very sloppy, especially towards that T side. They just weren't able to get too much going.
It was very slow and they just couldn't get anything going. It was really... That has been the case with most of the T-side play though. On Overpass it works quite easily because you can slowly get map control and then work from there. But Cash, for example, the map control you can get, you have to be very in their face with it. And if you're afraid of doing that, you're going to run into a wall at some point. They'll make the stack, or they'll make a call to actually go for an aggressive push, find some info, and it will come against you and you'll end up losing the round quite quickly.
Yeah, it can all crumble away in seconds. So we are ready to delve into our opening matchup today. Fnatic versus HellRaisers will be the first game we have here on the B stream. In terms of the sides, it's going to be Fnatic starting off on the T side and HellRaisers starting off on the CT side, Benjamin.
Yeah, so Fnatic on the T side, we can see already the purchases coming through there. Although Crimson Brawl not yet to buy, but I believe they probably will go for an armor by themselves as well. But otherwise, we've got Twist. He dropped a P250 across to someone, yet to pick it up, of course. But there is 2 smokes in play as well as abundance of flashbangs.
Yeah, 3 flashes there to give him a bit of an edge. Just waiting for this pause to finish up here, technical pause. Once that has been sorted, we will get underway with the game. Can only imagine this could be an issue with Brolin.
Yeah, it's going to be Brolin at Crims, doesn't it, I suppose, based on them not buying. I'm wondering who the P250 will go across to, though. Because I would have said that Twist is a pretty good pistol player.
Yeah, I mean, you would have assumed so, right? It does sort of transition over as well. He's one of those players that has that natural ability with a gun, so a bit weird that he would actually be dropping that over. I can only really imagine that would be JW picking it up if he's got armor here.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the 3 with armor. But it's a risky one to go for, I feel. On the other side of things, you can see Dead Fox yet to buy. I imagine he'll go kit smoke. Stereotypically, he has been the player to go for the kit when needed. But the question is, will he actually go double flash or smoke as well as the other bit? Because some players do prefer to have the 2 flashbangs. I prefer smoke myself just because you give that chance of just smoke the bomb, defuse it. If you've got a kit, it's 5 seconds, cover him for 5, you've won the round. But it does need to get to that situation first.
Just waiting for this pause to be dealt with, Ben. It's the old bait. They get you in game. Pause now, of course.
Yeah. And you can see Jonta actually doing a server there. And then
this is normally a sign that we're getting ready to go live, though, when the coaches rejoin.
Yeah. So JW now has grenades.
Okay.
Oh no, it's an hour ago. They need more resets. Oh. Well, we can guarantee Crim's has got armor. But JW shouldn't have any grenades based on his money. Unless that is an overlay bug. He's physically got too many grenades there.
He has.
That's actually impossible.
How's he done this?
So he's bought a HE grenade. That HE grenade is real, I think. But the others are not.
Phantom. It is October, Ben.
That is true.
It is October.
We're a day from actual Halloween as well. No, you're jumpy.
We're almost there.
Appearing.
Yeah, so I guess they're reliving once again.
Okay.
And this will be where we
should be the real one.
Game,
Right. So we originally saw Twist and Exist getting the grenades in. But now JW is.
So JW is committed to buying that.
And Twist now has ability to get armor, but there'll be no P250 that we originally saw potential with. Unless Twist goes grenades as well, in which case, that's a very bold call if you have 3 players with grenades.
Yeah.
So some pistol throwing going around, but it's just Glock.
It is just Glock. Yeah, I was trying to see if someone had actually purchased the P250, but there is no investment into it.
Just playing catch.
Okay, well it seems like they are content now, and everyone
And Twist has got P250 with grenades as well, so that's kind of crazy.
It's a very weird buy.
To me, it says you're going to be going for a fake of some kind.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you only had the 1 player with the smoke, you need to be using that 1 smoke quite efficiently. If you've got 3 of them, you've got quite a bit of range possibility. Maybe it actually might be just a B execute. I believe that's a short smoke coming in. Or does it go all the way? Ooh.
Oh, hello.
It is a short smoke.
It's just quite a jazzy one.
Yeah, Dead Fox, the player with the smoke and kit, defending quite deeply, but gets a 1, but gets a kill though. So he's done quite well there, I feel.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a trade. Woxic as well, Ben, on the response. A beautiful headshot as he'll be headhunting his way out towards the site. Eliminates Brolin, keeps it going. That is the bomb planter dead now as well. So this round's getting a little bit awkward. Some mischief being caused by the HellRaisers boys. Twist as well, overthrown, just comes down to JW. But no victory for the Wonder Child today.
I have to say, Exist has forced that plant a bit too much.
Did commit to it. They had a lot of time left, and they knew they were on site as well.
And he's gone for a spot where he can't actually be covered. Yeah. Because that side was smoked up by Dead Fox, and then Woxic allows to just run in, kill him, and then that messes up the round entirely, right? You've got a player at bench, player playing near get right. And ultimately, HellRaisers take the pistol. So Dead Fox, as that player that wasn't B, getting a single kill, kind of delayed that push, because if there was 2 players close market, Woxic would not have been able to push out, get a kill, and not die, I feel.
That's the thing, it's not about getting that plant instantly. Even if you've got the site control, you want to make sure site's clear, at least get yourself into a position where you can happily plant. So it was quite awkward for Exist.
Yeah, the other side of thinking about it, I suppose, was the 3 players left were all the unarmored players.
Yeah.
So you got, like, they might be thinking, we need to force this plant because we're not going to win the firefights. But if you're already thinking about not winning the firefights, surely that's the confidence gone for the entire round.
Yeah, that's true.
Because otherwise, Twist may as well not have the P250, based on, you know, that theory.
And I mean, the investment they went for to the round, it's not as if they were just trying to get a bomb plant either.
Yeah. So a bit of a messy one in connector. But JW got the kill on short, but somehow got into window. I don't think they know.
He's been able to backstab.
He knows, doesn't he?
Bondic seems suspicious of it, as he will try and hold the angle. JW slowly gets closer, but obviously the Glock is not going to be as mighty as the FAMAS, and he gets ripped through quite easily there. So HellRaisers will be able to pick up that second round. They only suffer 1 casualty, which isn't too bad. They can rebuy up around that. But Fnatic obviously now pumping the money in as the AKs are coming through, Ben.
Yeah, the player that they did lose was Dead Fox. He only had MP9 as well, so in terms of actual value, not really a negative in their books. But like you said, that Fnatic actually going for the buy. You can see a lot better grenade use here as well. Quite a heavy amount of grenades purchased, and the push from mid will come through from HellRaisers. It's going to be a 2v2 at the top. Make that 2v3 actually.
Ooh, Angel finds the first, is able to eliminate Exist as the push goes through. JW with a backstab. Oh, timing's everything, and unfortunately for him, Issa, suspect of it, clears the angle, shuts him down. Now they have got in towards B here, Ben. The bomb can rotate over as well, but this round is still nowhere near in their favour.
Yeah, they've got to be hoping for that plant. The window smoke came in from Twist that we saw him throw in B apps. But the question is, can they hold on for long enough? Because they've used 2 smokes fairly early here. Flash into kitchen, but he's not going to be checking straight to his right. It's fairly unusual for you to run in looking straight to the right there. So it's already a 2v5. No grenades available. They need to land all the shots.
Twist has to go absolutely huge. Needs to be a slaughter here towards short. He will find both of the kills, but his teammate has been decimated. So low as well. It's unfortunate. I mean, he brings Woxic down to 12 HP, but just couldn't get the frag. Unfortunate stuff for Twist. Took too much damage there in the initial confrontation.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, because the player who got flashed into market, Brillan, he still had a smoke, Molotov, and flash himself. The rest of his teams had, you know, they had that single flash they used for him. Surely he's thinking, I'm not going to use that, because I've still got grenades to use here. I can make this Pokemon a bit better. I can delay, you know, 2 of the angles there.
Yeah.
Instead, he forces the issue 5 seconds into the bomb plant, I think? You know, 2v5 with 35 seconds left. It's a very big ask, and it's going to be a palace burst, by looks things from Fnatic. 3 AKs with grenades going over from Twist and Exist.
Bondic's just going to be comfortable sitting here as well. No one even clears it. Oh, Ben. All the headshots picked up. It's just easy pickings for him. Exists, the last one that remains. Does actually get himself at least one cheeky kill. But now he's just left in a horrible situation. It really is just a matter of time until he's taken down. At least forcing weapons out of their hands. Keeps this round going. Oh, if we would have actually found that frag on Dead Fox, it could have been a bit of a messy one. Luckily, they lock it down in the end. So the 4th round now achieved for HellRaisers. The push just decimated there. They had no way of dealing with Bondek.
And so due to that economic change we saw a few weeks ago, Fnatic now on maximum loss bonus already. So they actually go for that half buy. They recognise we can still buy next round if we do this. But that round should have been a lot cleaner from HellRaisers, I feel, especially with Bondek. He gets 3 of them
with the
on the balcony. He does damage to his ramp, that gets traded fine. But then Exists was still able to get 2 kills and, you know, force them to use some grenades there. It's quite weird. Look at this aggression from Woxic. Really doesn't care, does he?
No.
Last time they pushed mid, they had nobody in B, and that's what Fnatic are doing. They're trying to recognise that emptiness on the map. However, there's 2 players here.
Ooh. Okay, Twist does push through the smoke, gets the sideline shot off. Is Sir going to trade it back with the AK? But Twist, you've armed him, and he is definitely not someone you want to allow to have an actual rifle in his inventory at this position. It's not a good spot to be in. HellRaisers going to actually, for once, be at the disadvantage on the retake. Angel and Bondek do have utility, though. They've got these all-important kits as well. Angel finds the first frag.
Oh no.
This is the worst-case scenario. The Molotov, they're both going to have to just run straight out. JW gets the first kill. Falls back on Bondek in a 1v2, Ben. This is not looking good at all. Doesn't have much time here. Needs to go for something quite aggressive. They're spamming towards him, but he's dubious. Doesn't know where they're actually both playing from. Gets 1 kill, but the round's essentially over if he doesn't find the next frag right now. And he will go down.
Yeah, Angel, watching back that round will be quite awkward, I think, because he'll be like, technically it's a 2v2. If Bondek was in position to capitalise on that Molotov, but it's such a deep one, right?
Yeah.
You know, he hasn't cleaned up any of the angles close to him, so he can't really do anything. And Angel gets hit by the drive-by, I think it's fair to say, by JW there. Full UMP running all the way out.
Just sprints at him.
Yeah, so that round, a bit of an awkward one for HellRaisers to lose, I think. Dead Fox, if he'd got a clean spray onto that play-out truck, probably a bit different, maybe. Same goes for Issa, I suppose. He had an awkward break him out of market and then was a bit too overzealous. Like, that's so confident from Woxic. Like, that's unreal how
just
willing he is to sit there.
It works well, though. I mean, you get the first frag. It's a big impact kill as well. That's taking down Twist, who's already had quite a nice display into the server. They actually catch JW as well, but time has frozen, Ben, as that frag was too impactful.
Far too impactful. 2 kills up for HellRaisers. They're actually... Oh, and we're back. And 2 more kills for HellRaisers, in fact, in that little timeout there. Crim's on his own 1v5. It's a big ask for him to really get anything done. They found out where he is now. They can see the swarm moving across. Multiple players probably going to go launching off the stairs or on the floor. Trying to wait for Crims to actually make a move.
Ooh.
Clean round.
Yeah, gets the kill. Very tidy. Woxic with a ton of damage done as well. 3 kills. And the fact that the opening frag he got was so bold as well just goes to prove the level of confidence they're currently running with. And HellRaisers trying to prove that the odds were definitely wrong here and that it should be in their favour. Yeah,
it's a bit of a weird one because... Right, so Woxic gets that kill, and JW comes out of underpass thinking, okay, it's not open connector, the smoke isn't there, it's not a one-way. But Issa makes the second big play and actually kills him easily and gets away. Like, no trade was possible. And from that, it was kind of a, you know, it was just a matter of time, right?
Yeah.
Fnatic needs to make a big play, they couldn't really get it done. And obviously they do fall and have to go for this awkward force buy because Twist has not bought, but everybody else has. Not too sure how that works out. But unfortunately, though, if they're going to boost window, it'll be straight into Issa. But they have to hope that the connector push impact Issa's push. Oh, like visibility here. However, you know, that AWP kill kind of threw it out the window instantly.
They're still trying to regress towards mid window as well, but Issa has it covered.
Ooh.
And Crims has actually been able to slide out towards the A site, though. Finds an early opening, but it will be quickly plugged up as Bondek goes back around, finds the kill with the M4. Issa gets shut down, his head decapitated there by Roland, but the response from the rear is raring to go as Dead Fox will peek out off of short and eliminate him. It's a 2 versus 3, however, they're both so low and they're splat up as well. They're not really in a position to actually help each other. But that bomb is coming around towards the B site. JW tries to force the issue and will go down.
Only choice he has is to go towards B.
Oh!
That's a lovely kill.
Yeah, that was good.
Surprisingly, it's always quite nice to see a long-range CZ kill now, because the nerf did actually hit it quite hard, to be fair. But I suppose it's quite a worrying sign when you see, you know, the scoreboard for Fnatic there. 7 kills on Twist, then everybody is 4 or less. And I'd say most of those kills have been on rounds where they have not bought as well. Looks like ready for this onslaught at mid, I think it's fair to say.
Oh, even through the blindness. Gets one. Just going to flash out as well. Seems like he wants to reface this and actually try and get a little bit more bang for his buck with support of his teammate in Angel. They have just killed every one of them. Angel gets himself the third and final killing blow there. JW as well can't even capitalize and eliminate Issa in close range. Goes down. Issa survives on 5 HP. It's another flawless round from HellRaisers. And it goes 7-1, Ben. So HellRaisers just decimating right now.
I think it's interesting we're seeing a different style of play from JW. So far this game, we've had him twice get through the CT defense, get behind them. He seems to be that underpass player, which typically is your lurker. And it seems like he's shifting more into that. You can see Twist picking up the AWP now. JW, normally you would say he's a phenomenal AWPer. But what people don't realise is, he was a phenomenal AWPer when the CZ was outrageous.
Yes.
So his ability was that movement element of being able to run around, and then if he needs to, he can just switch to CZ and take that fight. So now he's switching more to that rifler sort of role, which is not one of his experienced positions, but it's a different one nonetheless. Oh, that timing could have been outrageous. It's a very awkward situation there. Oh, he's flicked off him.
That's rough. That actually would have been the kill as well.
He had the perfect placement, but it's a common thing for some AWPers to do. They get on the player with the initial, you know, actual move across, and then they flick away.
Yeah.
And then they complain, why is it not landed? It looks like the split across the map is actually going to come into effect here towards A. Crim's already dedicated towards that side of the map. But Issa, I think, is the big player here. Yeah. Due to the fact he's controlling jungle, isn't he?
He's so important. A really big set piece to actually deny the push to coming through. Just depends on the timing, though, still. Get to around the 35-second mark. They're going to be setting themselves up, getting ready to try and go for the push in. There goes the early smoke out. And they'll try and converge in from both angles. Bondic on the site takes the first firefight. Issa as well goes down. This gets rougher and rougher as time goes by. But however, everyone is so low on Fnatic.
Bomb's down.
And the bomb has been dropped. This is getting very awkward. They might have the site control, but they've got a fallback to grab the bomb. JW gets caught in the crossfire by Brolin. And this gets
10 seconds, they have to go A.
Bad from worse.
They're not going to make it.
No.
This is really awkward.
Falling apart, Ben. Wow. It's over.
Unless... Oh, they didn't even try and go for the crazy aggressive peek. Angel will, though. And he takes him down after time. So that's such an awkward round. You know, the player at mid gets killed. The bomb is dropped all the way up against that short wall. And, you know, JW gets killed by Brolan. Everything went wrong for them, considering they were winning all the firefights that were needed.
It all just crumbled away, unfortunately. And the choice they have decided to go for is 1 AWP on Exist. That's all they had, obviously carried over. They're going to drop it on him. Doesn't find anything.
Yeah, not giving him the opportunity. They should know he did save, but I don't know if they know it's an AWP. The possibility should be in the back of their minds, though, because they did see Twist with an AWP. However, it looks like it'll be the contact play, but Woxic's already here. The bait jump out comes through, and that's beautiful.
Well executed. The response from Bondic isn't actually as amazing as it could have been. Only gets 1 before his noggin is ripped off by Crims. Expected push there in the rear from Twist. As Issa was able to flick around. But JW, he's fallen into position. Exist holds toward jungle as well. So they are actually winning the 1v1s that are being gifted to them. But this is where the round gets a bit more awkward.
Oh, he actually tagged him. Through the metal, unfortunately, though. JW does have armor. And he can get towards that AWP after the Molotov does go. But he'll get Rock 6-1 instead. And he looks to just... Look at how aggressive that is.
Oh.
You wouldn't expect him to run it, would you?
No, just runs out there. I mean, he could have been playing on the close angle, but JW full confidence in this play.
He knows
still just
very
holding.
well.
Yeah, he knows where he's coming from. The deep P250 Ben! JW does it! The pistol prowess of this man. We spoke about the CZ, but the P250 serving it well as well.
Apparently it's the same situation. That's such a weird one. Another round that HellRaisers probably should not have lost. But you consider they've lost 2 rounds so far this game, and they were both to not full buys by any means, but you know, half a buy first time. That time it was a saved AWP, and then JW with the P250 in armor, right? And then I think it was another P250 on, I believe it was Brolan. But it's a very awkward round so far that have actually gone in Fnatic's favour. It's not a reliable method of winning rounds either.
I mean, how many times is JW going to be able to just sprint into CT, confidence ball it, kill one guy with one headshot from behind, and then just double dink someone with a P250?
It's crazy. And the awkward bit is Issa, so he made that huge play, he went straight back into Connector, killed Twist who was lurking behind him. But then he smoked the top of Connector, which was where JW was sat. So Angel, if he'd actually, there wasn't smoke there, he would have spotted JW on his death cam. Which could have made things a bit different.
Oh, the Molotov instantly forces JW out of positions. No cheeky plays with the AWP just yet. However, he does realise there is a man close on short and will try and re-aggress.
So he has been given the AWP this time, so that might be a case of whether it's flow of the game or momentum from the player itself. I believe it would be momentum in this case, but Woxic, he's challenging that momentum with his own AWP.
So confident to take these peaks. Nicely done as well, switching up the positions he's playing from, not really taking the same angle each time. So he's keeping them on their toes. Exist as well, going to clear here towards Connector. Realising that they might have a little bit of an opportunity to try and slide up around on short. Oh, they've detected him though.
I was going to say, Issa made the exact same play he made a few rounds ago. When Woxic got kills up mid with his AWP, he went into window, and then after a few seconds he would go for the peak himself. And Exist, unfortunately, not able to get anything done there. It's just JW left now. Has this AWP, but what can he get done with it? He's getting surrounded.
Oh, the no-scope comes out then. The double no-scope somehow just annihilates him and falls back as he'll drop the flashbang to shroud his way in towards the site. Taps the bomb, hoping that he can actually catch them off guard as they push through. It looks like they're going to go for the boost over. JW in such a risky position, but making the round work. Gets himself 3 kills already. Once again with a fake tap on the bomb. Throws out the grenade. That should be a tidy bit of damage. Oh, the close angle push there. Did not expect Issa to be so close and personal. HellRaisers, they win that round, but JW, the only man having big impact. But it's at the end of the round, Ben, when it doesn't really matter.
It's made that round very costly, doesn't it? It's 3 kills out of nothing. 2 of them no-scopes. Essentially hip-firing at them.
Just going for it with the AWP shotgun.
Yeah, very interesting way to do it, but it shows he's got the confidence currently. He's very willing to take these outrageous peaks because he knows Woxic will be doing the exact same thing. Like, he's trying to fight fire with fire, apparently. And the same thing we saw a few rounds ago when Woxic was originally facing mid. However, not many early kills there.
Ooh. And this is the first time I've actually seen him get close towards mid there. The jump from Brolan as he just bursts down Issa. Everyone's being punished, but luckily Big Man Woxic is still alive and well, as he is rotating around and actually punishing with the AWP at the very least. Dead Fox has the MP9 in his hands. And this has actually caused a little bit of a stalemate. So they've conceded that mid-control, they're falling back, and instead they're just going to hold choke points together.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they know about that bomb being on the left-hand side of Connector there. You can see Exist, he just went to grab it. However, he does need to either throw it away or get back out. And Bondic currently watching the angle. He has a nade as well. Gust is low enough, surely.
Oh, he pushes out though. Gets towards stairs. Look how low he is. Doesn't even matter. Woxic's going to dispatch him. JW with 1 HE could get a huge kill, but goes too far.
Fortunate that HellRaisers did actually make the double move forward there, because if they stayed behind triple, that nade probably would have killed them.
Yeah.
But fairly balanced effort from HellRaisers so far as well. We were thinking Woxic, he's had a lot of impact with that AWP. Same goes for Bondic when he's actually been holding that A site. But even then, Dead Fox, who's not had much going towards him at B, he's still got 8 kills as well. Fnatic, they're forcing in. Woxic, he was getting ready to get rid of that smoke that would normally land in window, but unfortunately I don't think they've done it at all. It's a very clear B execute coming in there. I said B had not been challenged yet, here it comes.
Smoke goes down, they will burst their way out through the window. Angel going to hide behind the smoke and wait for the aggression to come his way. Dead Fox, nice use of the MP9, but did not realise that Exist had gotten so close. Angel underneath the window, trying to clean up the situation, will go down. One will also be planted. So we're left in a 2v2 to retake. There's lots of utility for HellRaisers. They have the kit on Issa, but Issa's gone. In a matter of seconds, Twist has shredded his way through him. Will they expect Bondic? Timing comes around, slowly pushes out through Elbok. It's the first headshot off. Left in the 1v1. He could still win this round and have a huge clutch for HellRaisers, but Twist with the timing peaks it well, gets that frag, saves himself a molly, a smoke, and an AWP as well.
Yeah, so there's 2 players on B. Woxic was there already as well, so that's technically 3 players on B to B execute. Traditionally, you would think the B hold will do very well against it. However, they only get the 2 kills, I believe. Deadfox gets 1, and then Angel gets that other one as well because he has to push through because the smokes were fading. And HellRaisers, they accept, okay, we need to eco one because last round is coming up. Just make sure we have decent weapons at least for that last one. So we can see there's a CZ and smoke on Issa, but we have had a bit of a lag out.
Oh, just a little bit of a connection problem. Only a small one. We're back. No one has died as well. But now the first death will come through. Ooh. I mean, Brolin left on 10 HP, so it's not too bad from Woxic, considering what he had to bring to the table there.
Yeah, and that smoke I mentioned, already been used by Issa towards ramp too. So because of this, he's kind of looking to make some kind of impact. He needs to get some information of some kind, because his teammates are all stacked towards B. Oh. And that timing! He'll hear that bomb drop, potentially. And he gets the kill, so that's an AK. Issa does have armor. But you see, JW, if he had a rifle, he might have tried to capitalize on that by actually pushing out. Instead, he's coming all the way back. If I'm Issa, then surely, I don't think you can hold that.
No, it's going to be so rough, especially when they realize the A site's now free as well, so they can actually push entirely through it. Issa's really just stuck between a rock and a hard place. No matter where he goes, he's going to be suspect to the push. And they just burst him down, go for the brute force approach as they'll push out with the SMGs. Deadfox will get 1 capitalization, takes down Exist. And they are now just left into a 2 versus 3, but oh, Angel didn't spot him out there on site. It's too late. Now they've got the site burn. Bomb will go down.
I was going to say, Deadfox might as well save, really. You know, they only get 1900 for this next round loss. If he can keep a UMP for someone or himself, perhaps, and drop 1 across, it's not a bad save. But Issa kind of left himself in a situation where he's got too many angles to check, right? He smoked close to the T-spawn side. He didn't know about Palace, and then they pushed ramp, so he's, you know, giving himself too much to do, perhaps. Should have actually gone a bit more aggressive, try to get even more map control. But Deadfox, not too sure about that.
I don't know. It did feel like
Unneeded.
It was a little bit forced, yeah.
Yeah, unneeded. So that UMP that I was potentially talking about keeping into the next round will not be there. Which means we see a buy coming through like that, which is primarily rifles. Deadfox might just go fast to get grenades in at B, but he actually won't go for it. It's all M4s.
No kit.
No kit. You've got 2 smokes and 6 flashbangs. That's it. So this is the mid aggression. They know they don't have much utility. We need to get something done. However, remember, last time they pushed mid, they left nobody B, which is the same now. Will Fnatic do the same if they get the call here? In fact, they're not. Ooh. That changes things. There's 5 players towards A side right now. But Fnatic, unfortunately, they're sending 2 underpass. This could be really bad if they try and go for an A split here. Only the 1 player towards B. Oh, that
does a backflip as well. Brolin annihilates Woxic on the early entry. There is a trade back from Bondik. Bondik now really the frontline infantry to defend the site, but luckily supported by his sideman there in Issa. Peeks up the correct timing, takes down Brolin. Crims will have to trade it back, but it is all up to Crims now if they're going to win this round and make it go 10-5 rather than an 11-4 scoreline in favor of HellRaisers. Crims, somehow finding these kills nearly as well with a flick down. Angel was tagged up to about 50 HP there, but does survive it to live on to fight another day. That is going to be an 11-4 half. HellRaisers looking very, very strong here. Quick work made out of Fnatic.
Yeah, it was a very solid round, and I mentioned that thing with the mid push, right? So Fnatic, they had a player push up mid early on in the game, and they rushed straight into B. They knew B was free, but they did lose that round anyway. And then it happened again. There was a mid push coming through from HellRaisers, but this time they went towards B, and there were still 2 players in B from that.
Yeah.
So they had their previous history thinking, okay, they pushed mid twice. 1 round they had nobody, 1 round they had 2. They made the call to think it'll probably be 2 again, and they just didn't do it at all. So they ended up going towards A, and that, unfortunately, there was 4 players there. So HellRaisers making a very good call out of that. It's a big risk, of course, you know, because Fnatic could very well have just ran into B again. But instead, the A stack works out very well. Bondik having a very good game. Woxic, of course, as well.
Bondic was sent a nice little shipment of new mice to try out from Zowie, I believe, today.
Was he?
I saw him do a little Twitter post about it. He was sent 3 different mice, so maybe that's why then. Maybe he's trying them out.
Yeah, trying to eat one for each half, I reckon.
Could be. Plugging a different one each time.
Yeah.
Each round he rotates maps.
They're all connected.
Yeah.
He's got a USB port.
It just goes down the line.
He just adds another one to the actual pad. Just like, yeah, here we go.
It's like a relay race. Someone comes in, just
Pass the
slaps a new
baton.
mouse down. Plug it in, go!
Ooh, so I mentioned that you have some players potentially go for a smoke or 2 flashes on the CT kit buy.
Yeah.
Exists on HE. It makes sense because he's gone towards B with it, I guess. Because some people do buy mollies towards B on pistol, don't they?
Because that's the thing, I mean, if you see like an aggressive rush coming your way, you can hear the herd of elephants, drop a molly, drop a HE on them, you're going to do some damage.
You'd hope. Hoping you'd have placed it correctly, I guess, because the game is not fantastic when it comes to the grenades. If it lands against the curb or something, it doesn't do damage beyond that bit.
Can be very finicky if you do get caught on a ledge.
Oh, JW. Some good movement for this, but they're coming into jungle.
Oh, you don't realise as well, but luckily Angel, Whiff City, supported out there by Bondic at least, to actually finally take him down.
So the nade's done something.
Yeah, rolls it in, a little bit of bowling.
I think it was about 30 damage, I believe, towards Angel. Unfortunately, not enough, though. Cannot take down Angel this time, not whiffing. But they need that kit, so Twist has got it. Still winnable for Fnatic, but it's quite a big ask. You having to go into B with no grenades.
Ooh. Twist got contact, but did not connect the shot. So it's a 3 versus 4. They have that one kit on Twist, but they're losing their players. Angel kills Crims, takes him down. This round gets more and more awkward as it goes on. It probably is just worth going for the save. But the response does appear to just be delving into it. Brolin, 2 beautiful frags found. It is the 3rd as well. The dink gets Angel down to 24 HP, but couldn't finish him off. Could have been a huge play from Brolin there, but unfortunately it was not meant to be.
So if you look at the scoreboard for Fnatic there, the 2 new boys, you could argue, Twist and Brolin, both have 13 kills each. I think Brolin's game, though, has been... he's always had a decent amount of kills when we've seen them play. However, I wouldn't say they've ever been impactful in any way. He's got a lot of kills where it just means nothing. Right? Yeah,
but I mean, prime example of that is what just happened basically at the end of that round. He might get 2 really
3 kills,
but they don't amount to anything.
Because like the comparison would be JW has 9 kills, but his kills have been pretty useful. Like that one round when he actually clutched it out. Obviously the damage he did for that round when he had an AWP. And this is a really awkward situation. They're running into a B side, but Deadfalls doesn't care apparently.
That's ridiculous as well. Mac 10 just straight through. Oh, timing, Crims, knowing that he wanted to grab that AK, just couldn't quite get it. The little T-Rex arms.
Not long enough. Can't reach it. And Twist goes glass cannon AWP, so JW back to the rifle. Even though I'd say he's been doing okay with the AWP, it's not exactly been, a negative impact.
I wonder as well if it was because of purely just how aggressive Woxic was being. Twist just didn't want to try and AWP against it and was like, sure, take a shot, JW. Because he seemed like he was feeling confident with the AWP. Maybe that was why JW picked it up for that one round.
A simpler way of looking might just be that JW saved it and said, I'm keeping this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that probably is what happened, doesn't it? He's like, I just got a few kills with this, I'm going to keep it. Which, that's fine, I guess. If you've got players who are willing to keep it, or you're willing to let them keep it, I suppose, as well. You don't want to be considering shoving a player off a gun when they want to keep it.
Yeah.
Might be a negative morale move.
A minus karma. Ooh, Brolin. Just trying to toy with him in the ladder room. Unfortunately, will be left there eternally as he is shut down by Issa. Zist as well. Trying to do a fair bit of damage here. Actually, let's slow down the push. But however, his teammates are only outnumbered. They're in a bit of an awkward position. JW rotates server, gets the first kill, finds the frag into Angels. He'll adjust around. It's not looking too amazing. No, goes for the peek out. Bondic will trade it, and it is all on Twist. You can have a try and go for this, and it'd be very risky. No armor, no kit. Or he could just save it. But Bondic gifts him the first kill. Delves out, gets the tag off, but it's still a one-on-one. He peeks around it, spots out the elbow, nearly. So many opportunities.
That was the aim punch. You could see it. The crosser was on him, but the bullet has just gone flying above. And one thing that we didn't quite pick up there was JW got team attacked by Twist in that round.
Ooh.
As we were talking about the potential AWP not being given across, that was the minus morale right there, I think. bit of damage.
That'll bring your confidence down.
And Fnatic, they recognise we need to get into this game. We probably can't risk playing for an overtime. It's a crazy comeback if they were to try and play for it. So they force in now. They need to get some rounds on the board ASAP.
What's scary about this as well is, I mean, if HellRaisers win this round, you already got match point. That's only 20 rounds into the game. That's a huge lead.
Yeah, it's a very confident one for them to have as well. So they'll be thinking straight up, we can do a lot. Like, we can make a lot of risks happen. And Exist is making a risk happen himself, even though they've got a man up. He's making this move. He hears about underpass, but I think he thinks it's a lot closer to him than actually it is. JW though, doing the same thing Issa did in the first half. Doesn't quite get the kill though. That's good information nonetheless. 2 players knowing at mid.
Ooh. Very awkward crossfire. Angel actually gets killed by Crims there, and Exist. He pushed up a long time ago.
Oh.
Wow.
He's been killed through the wall.
Oh, the trade back from Crims. That's beautiful. It's all on Woxic as well now, Ben. A 1-on-4. Unlikely HellRaisers will be winning this one, especially as he gets closer to Crims. He had no idea he was there. Crims will be able to upset and save the AWP as well. So they actually do get a free AWP. And that's a big round for Fnatic. They couldn't afford to lose that one.
I've never seen a trade through the wall like that. It was
like
instantaneous.
Trade, yeah, just shoot back instantly.
Yeah, straight up, one headshot and then just gets killed through the wall. We were thinking he must have got the kill.
Yeah.
But no.
So I was confused. I was like, how's Exist traded?
Yeah,
like,
he's traded himself.
Yeah.
It's a very weird one. And JW, trying to do something similar to Woxic. This is actually a really nice move. He jumped out the window, jumped on the ledge next to it. So you would not expect the player to be, you know, elevated like that, even with an AWP at all. And he can jump straight back into window if he needs to, but if she exits by connector. So Fnatic, even though they won the round, the only player who has good utility would be JW. They've used a lot of it quite early on here, and you can see HellRaisers, they're waiting it out. They're planning to do a BXQ, I believe, with the 2 smokes they do have available to them. You can see they're trying to feign a little fake run back if there was a player on short. Botnik, the man who's been given the task of faking towards A there, which you kind of have to pretend you're an army in instances like this. Make yourself sound like a swarm. It's like when you find a bear, be the big man.
Stand tall.
Yeah, make yourself look bigger than you are.
Shout at the bear.
Yeah, Botnik needs to do the very same against these defenders on the Fnatic side.
Well, slowly but steady, they make their move in towards that B site. Bondik's actually fallen back as well. So this comes down to Exist to support his teammate. However, Exist gets nothing done. Even the entire team was focused towards Crims' dead body there. He was still perish. They've done a small amount of damage to 3 players. Issa is very low though, so it's not too bad. The retake's still going to be awkward. You eliminate Woxic. That's one of the healthier players taken down first, but the backstab. They find Brolin as Bondik's going to be rotating back around. Twist going in as the one-man army. Not really much support coming his way. The round is crumbling apart, Ben, and it is just on JW to try and save the day, but the Wonder Child surely can't pick this one up.
He's got a smoke and a kit. Surely not.
Oh, this is risky.
He has to go for it. Oh, gosh. It's a bold one, but he'll probably end up getting killed by Botnik on the way out here.
Yeah.
Unless he actually, yeah, he'll live inside B. Wow.
He can just try and hide behind Forest,
yeah,
but...
there's nowhere else to actually get a kill and get out. So a very awkward one from JW's perspective there. But ultimately, it was the fact that Dead Fox, with the Tech 9, he was being so cautious about walking into that crossfire.
Yeah.
He was able to kill Crims with the shoulder peaks. And then from that, you know, Exist was sat there like, well...
Exist just couldn't do anything. And then when he finally had an opportunity, just nothing.
Too many people, simply put. So that Molotov comes into effect, actually stops it, but it looks like it's going to be a B rush. What is B contact? The question is, do they know that they've been seen? Because that nade, it's going to slow them down quite a bit.
Oh, Exist. Oh, the close range angle with the deagle. If you can get the headshot off, it can be tidy, but unfortunately it's not going to work out well at all. Instantaneous bomb plant going down. Angel holds from the flank from the rear, gets an easy headshot off to take down Brolin, and it is only Twist and JW that remain. Now, this is a horrendous position to be.
Attempting to shoot the hand there, JW.
Trying to blow the fingers off, Ben.
The double up needs to get the retake. They get one in. It was a 2v4, now a 2v3. JW, all the grenades in the world and a kit available to him. They're running into a crossfire. JW, last man, seen one of the players. However, he needs to take them both out and get this defuse. It's a huge ask, but Issa says no. 4 kills, 16 to 5 to HellRaisers. A very solid map from them. I didn't think this would be a HellRaisers map, but Alas, I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you said this was probably more favoured towards a team like HellRaisers overall in terms of the series. When we delved into the actual maps, we were both thinking, you know, it's probably Fnatic, a little bit more puggy, not really going to be playing sort of, you know, with much heavy strategy there. It counters how HellRaisers like to play. You limit Angel a lot more, but no. Actually, they played very well, and overall, Woxic having a major impact in terms of the flow of the game, especially on that CT side.
Yeah, he's actually got the impact in early, right? So he made Fnatic double think every step they make. If they're going aggressive or they're moving in somewhere, they have to be thinking, there might be an AWP here, already trying to get the kill. And funny enough, that was actually a repeat of the Major. So at the Major, they did play Mirage, but Fnatic took that in overtime. So this is a completely different result from that. Yeah,
that is a real turn on its head, really. I mean, the fact that that game was so fast, and, you know, they're probably going to close it down a little bit quicker as well. If we restrict some of the rounds there, like with JW, where he went on to get the 50 clutch, HellRaisers could have absolutely locked this one down there.
Yeah, there's a lot of strong performances from various players. Bondic, Angel, Issa, Woxic, Dead Fox even as well. All players popping off when needed. And that's what you want to see, really, from a team like HellRaisers.
Yeah, it is incredible stuff. Good play there from HellRaisers across the board, and they do pick up the first map here in the 2 best of ones they're going to be playing against Fnatic tonight. There's another map coming up next. That'll be up after the break. For the meantime, enjoy the replays and the highlights, and we will see you there.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.